is it time to buy or sell Lemonade stock? In this video, we will explore Lemonade in depth. Our initial report was published on our website on Tuesday, the 12th of August, 2025. And now, we are here to offer you an even more comprehensive analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay informed about our latest analyses. You certainly do not want to miss any critical updates that could influence your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Leverage the capabilities of AI and receive free price predictions and in-depth analyses for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please be aware that this video is intended for informational purposes only and should not be viewed as financial advice. Since the 8th of August, 2025, our system has classified Lemonade as a hold or accumulate, assigning it a score of 0.0. Now, let's examine the stock's performance during this time frame. Throughout this period, the stock has exceeded our expectations, experiencing a gain of 11.45% since we initially recommended purchasing Lemonade 3 days ago. This equates to an average return of 3.82% per day since it was designated as hold or accumulate. A score of 0 signifies that our system foresees significant volatility and risk for the upcoming trading day. Considering the recent developments, we cannot ascertain the stock's next movement, as it has the potential to go in either direction. The stock has broken through a very wide and strong short-term upward trend, indicating an even stronger rate of increase ahead. Any potential pullback will find support at the level of $53.07. A price point that may provide a second opportunity for significant gains. According to fan theory, $67.99 will be the next possible peak level, serving as a resistance that may not be surpassed on the first attempt. The current 3-month trend suggests a potential change of 32.09% over the next 3 months, with a possible return ranging from negative 7.68% to positive 28.41%. Looking at the longer term, our 12-month analysis indicates a projected change of 46.57%. Based on our calculations, the stock's performance could fluctuate between negative 12.96% and positive 78.52% over the next year. This would place the future price somewhere between $47.51 and $97.45. Our latest daily update for Lemonade highlights significant movements in Lemonade Inc. stock price on Tuesday, with fluctuations of over 10% between the day's high and low. On the last trading day, which was Tuesday, the 12th of August, 2025, the stock price of Lemonade Inc. increased by over 4%, rising from $52.37 to $54.59. This marks the third consecutive day of gains for the stock. It will be interesting to see if this upward trend continues, or if there will be a slight pause in the coming days. During the last trading session, the stock fluctuated by over 10%, with a low of $50.81 and a high of $56. In the past 10 days, the price has risen in 7 of them and has increased by nearly 50% over the last 2 weeks. Additionally, trading volume rose on the last day alongside the price, which signals positive momentum, with 319,000 more shares changing hands than the previous day. In total, 4 million shares were traded, amounting to approximately $198 million. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest stock price reached was $56, while the lowest was $15.13. Currently, the price sits 2.5%, or $1.41, below the 52-week high, and 71%, or $133.71, below the all-time high recorded on January 12, 2021, when the stock peaked at $188.30. Lemonade experienced a significant rally in early August following its second quarter report. Revenue surged by approximately 35%, while losses decreased as underwriting improved and net investment income contributed positively. Management also raised its outlook, a development that resulted in the stock price climbing by about 25 to 30%. Technical indicators supported this upward movement, as Lemonade surpassed its 20- and 50-day moving averages, attracting both momentum and short-term traders. In the short term, this combination of positive surprises, upgraded guidance, and technical breakouts can maintain buyer activity and potentially drive the share price higher. However, these same factors may also introduce increased volatility. Heightened operating expenses and fierce competition in the insurtech space mean that any decline in underwriting trends or guidance could lead to sharp pullbacks. Over the long term, consistent premium growth, lasting improvements in loss ratios, and scalable artificial intelligence-driven efficiency could justify a significantly higher valuation. Conversely, risks associated with execution, regulatory pressures, and reliance on investment returns might limit potential gains. There is tradable momentum currently, but it is the fundamentals that will ultimately shape the lasting outcome. Analyst ratings. On Tuesday, August 12, 2025, it was reported that Cantor Fitzgerald assigned LMND an overweight grade with an initialize action. On Monday, July 14, 2025, it was reported that Morgan Stanley assigned LMND an underweight grade with a hold action. On Friday, November 22, 2024, it was reported that JMP Securities assigned LMND a market outperform grade with a hold action. On Wednesday, November 20th, 2024, it was reported that BMO Capital assigned LMND an underperform grade with a hold action. On Wednesday, November 20th, 2024, it was reported that Morgan Stanley assigned LMND an equal weight grade with an upgrade action. Analysts have rated Lemonade stock with a general strong sell assessment. They categorize the price-to-earnings ratio as strong sell and the price-to-book ratio as strong sell. Regarding return on investment, the analysts also assign a strong sell rating to this stock. The following signals have been identified for Lemonade. The stock of Lemonade Incorporated presents buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, suggesting a positive outlook for the stock. Additionally, there is a general buy signal based on the relationship between these two indicators, as the short-term average is currently above the long-term average. In the event of downward corrections, there will be support at the levels of $48.46 and $42.22. A decline below either of these thresholds will trigger sell signals. A buy signal emerged from a pivot bottom point on Wednesday, the 30th of July, 2025, and thus far, the stock has increased by 50.47%. Further growth is anticipated until a new top pivot is established. Moreover, there is a buy signal from the 3-month moving average convergence divergence, or MACD. The volume is increasing in tandem with the price, which is regarded as a positive technical indicator. Here are some other signals you might find interesting. Moving average convergence divergence, buy signal. Pivots, buy signal from 10 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal from 6 days ago. Short-term moving average, buy signal from 7 days ago. Long-term moving average, buy signal from 7 days ago. The relation between the short and long moving averages, buy signal from 5 days ago. If we look at the 12-month chart, we see short moving average, buy signal from 7 days ago. The long-term moving average, sell signal from 53 days ago. The relation between the short and long moving averages, buy signal from 48 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you want to discover more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for Lemonade. On the downside, the stock finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $51.07 and $47.93. There is a natural risk involved when a stock is testing a support level, since if this level is breached, the stock may then fall to the next support level. In this case, Lemonade Inc. finds support just below today's level at $51.07. If this level is broken, then the next support from accumulated volume will be at $47.93 and $45.79. This stock may experience significant movement throughout the day, indicating high volatility, and with a very large prediction interval from the Bollinger Band, this stock is considered to be very high risk. During the last day, the stock moved $5.19 between its high and low, which is a change of 10.21%. Over the last week, the stock has had a daily average volatility of 9.85%. Before we dive into the potential trading levels for Lemonade, let's quickly cover some essential fundamental data. First, let's discuss the price-to-earnings ratio, commonly known as the PE ratio. This important metric compares a company's current share price to its earnings per share. A negative PE ratio indicates that the company is experiencing negative earnings or is losing money. Even well-established companies can go through downturns, often due to factors beyond their control. However, consistently negative PE ratios may suggest a lack of profitability and potential bankruptcy risks. In other news, the next earnings report for the third quarter of 2025 is expected on the 29th of October, 2025. Analysts' consensus estimates are currently at negative 72 cents. Keep an eye on these figures, as they can significantly influence stock prices. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for LMND. There's no significant resistance from accumulated volume above, which means the stock could move upwards swiftly under the right conditions. In this scenario, you might want to enter a position and use volume to determine when to exit. On the downside, LMND encounters its first support level at $51.07. If this support level holds, it could serve as a favorable entry point, anticipating a rebound. The combined average rating for LMND from multiple analyst sources is a strong sell. Now, let's examine some recent insider trades. The 5 most recent insider trades were carried out by Eckstein Adina, who bought and sold 15,000 shares or options in the company. Based on the 100 most recent insider trades, we've determined that the insider power is negative, with a ratio of negative 92.562. Overall, insiders purchased 164,739 shares and sold 5,194,237 shares in the last 100 trades. Our recommended stop loss is set at $52.61, reflecting a decline of 3.62%. This stock experiences very high daily movements, which introduces significant risk. However, we observe a buy signal from a pivot bottom identified 9 days ago. Is LMND stock a good buy? LMND Inc. presents several positive signals. However, we do not consider these sufficient to classify it as a buy candidate at this time. Instead, it would be prudent to view it as a hold or accumulate position while we await further developments. Due to some minor weaknesses in the technical outlook, we have adjusted our evaluation of this stock from a strong buy to a hold candidate since our last assessment. After examining the volatility and movements from the most recent trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is overvalued. For trading on Wednesday, the 13th of August, we anticipate LMND will open lower by approximately 79 cents, starting the day at $53.80. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money, and that you should consult with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. It is important not to base your investment decisions solely on the information provided by StockInvest.us. By using this information, you acknowledge and accept responsibility for your own investment decisions. This is our current view of the stock. Do you agree or disagree? We invite you to comment below and share your thoughts. What is your target for the stock? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day. With warm regards from all of us here at Stock Invest.